Imagine this. You wake up one morning and check your balance, not your bank account, but your time account. On your wrist, a glowing number ticks downward: hours, minutes, seconds. Every meal, every ride, every breath, it all costs time. Forget cash, forget credit cards. The new currency is your lifespan. What if time was money? What if every choice meant trading away a piece of your own life? What if time was a currency? The world looked the same, but it was not the same. A cup of coffee, 2 hours. A bus ride across town, 30 minutes. A night at a luxury hotel, a whole day off your life. Everywhere, people stared at glowing timers on their arms, bargaining not with money, but with years of existence. At first, the rich flourished. Executives and politicians bought decades at a time, lounging in endless comfort. But the poor? They lived minute to minute, literally. One man named Jonah, a construction worker, woke up with only 36 hours left. His daughter, only 8, clung to him and begged, "Don't go to work today, Daddy. Stay with me." But Jonah shook his head. "If I don't work, I can't buy us dinner. If I can't buy dinner, we lose more time." He kissed her forehead, promising, "I'll find us more time." Then he left, each step eating into the countdown on his wrist. Time markets exploded. On giant digital billboards, banks offered, "Trade your future for today, 100 hours loan, only 150 back next week." Shady alleys filled with whispers, people selling years of their life for a quick escape. Some lived recklessly, burning through decades at parties and casinos, waking up one day with only hours to spare. Others hoarded every second, refusing to travel, refusing to eat, refusing to love, terrified of spending what they couldn't earn back. The world split not into rich and poor, but into long-lifers and short-livers. One woman, Alara, had 100 years on her wrist. She walked like royalty, untouchable, buying up entire neighborhoods of time. Meanwhile, across the city, a boy named Kian stared at his timer, 3 minutes and 12 seconds. 3 minutes left. He sat on a park bench, alone, watching the sky change colors. He laughed softly and whispered, "Guess that's all I could afford." And when the numbers hit 0, he closed his eyes and never opened them again. Passers-by barely noticed. Another short lifer gone. But here's where the story shifts. A group of rebels began to rise. They called themselves the Timeless. They hacked systems, redistributed seconds, minutes, hours, stealing from the wealthy, giving to the desperate. A woman with 2 minutes suddenly woke to find 2 years. A man with centuries screamed when his timer was wiped down to months. Chaos spread. Was it justice, or just another form of theft? Governments retaliated. Markets collapsed. And in the middle of it all, Jonah, the father, the worker, found himself with a choice. He had discovered a secret. In the deepest vaults of the system, hidden by those who ruled, was proof time wasn't meant to be currency. Humans were never meant to trade their lives away. The timers had been engineered, forced onto the population decades ago. He stood before the vault, hand trembling over the release switch. His daughter's timer was down to 10 hours. His own. 6. If he released the truth, the timers might vanish. Everyone might be free. But he could die before he saw it happen. He looked at his daughter's sleeping face. then at his own flickering countdown. And with a final breath, he whispered, "Time well spent." He hit the switch. The world froze. And then, the timers disappeared. People screamed, cried, laughed. Some collapsed in fear, others danced. For the first time in decades, wrists were bare. No countdown. No glowing numbers. Just skin. Just life. And the people realized, life was never meant to be measured in digits. It was meant to be lived. We may never face a world where hours are sold, traded, or stolen. But in our world, right now, we still treat time like currency. We trade it for money, for distraction, for things that don't last. But unlike that imagined future, we don't know how much is in our account. We can't check the balance. That's what makes it precious. So if time really is the ultimate currency, spend it on what matters. On love. On purpose. On moments you'll never regret. Because once it's gone, it's gone. This is Gen Alpha Tales. Until next time, spend your time wisely. Subscribe for more what-if stories.